to me, what I believe that Trump and Netanyahu are trying to do is they're trying to prove to the world because they've said, and I'm hearing that some of the demands in there that they recognize Israel, which the Ayatollah is never going to do, and that they're going to make sure. Marco Rubio himself said we are going to discuss the way that they're treating the people inside of the country, and we are going to discuss the things that they say that we don't want to discuss. And it's my view, as well as Goldie Gamari and many other people, that the reason why they're doing that is to prove to the world that these people, the Ayatollah, they are completely radicalized, and no matter how diplomatic you try to be with these people, in the end, they refuse to accept any real type of conclusion. And from that justification to the world on a world level, that when they do a military strike, they will be able to say, see, we're not warmongering, we're not war criminals, we're not trying to take over a country. We are removing a completely radicalized regime. So I wanted to ask you, what if you were to be able to have to say anything about to Trump or Marco or Bibi Netanyahu or anybody like that, what would you say to them?
I would like to ask them to don't negotiate with terrorists, because this diplomatic talking that you are talking about, it's our lives. It's our lives completely depend on these talks. We are worried that 1% Ayatollah agrees to America's demands. And that's our worries. Last night, when there was a news that Islamic regime didn't want to negotiate with US, and Trump said that we don't negotiate with this regime because they wanted to only talk about curing nuclear, and they cancelled the talks. We were jumping out of joy, and that's what we are worried about. We are worried that 1% Ayatollah agrees to the USA's demands, and we don't want that. We want a regime change. We don't want this regime to stay in power any longer.
Yeah, I'm in firm agreement with you as well. I don't. I think, and it's obvious to me that, as it should be obvious to everybody in the world, that a complete and total regime change is the only option inside of the country. There is no room for negotiating with these people. They're complete nutcases. So, you feel like, is it safe to say that what you feel like is that the Ayatollah may lie to their face and say, yeah, sure, we'll do whatever it is, and then just continue to do what they always do?
It's his profession. He's proficient in lying. That's what he's been doing since 37 years ago. That's Khomeini before him has been doing. They are proficient in lying. I won't be surprised if they lie about that.
Yeah, a snake is a snake is a snake. It's not going to change overnight like that.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I think I believe that Trump is smart enough to realize that. I believe that Trump and Bibi are very aware of that fact, because it's always been a fact. And I know in the past here in America and American politics, Trump has done things like this before with his opposition, where he pretends that he's going to make some sort of a deal with them, and he just goes out of his way to prove that he'll even give them more of what he said he would, or at least put it on the table, just so that headlines and the news media can see that, well, see, look, I would even give them this, and they still won't listen. And then after it's, exposed that this person really is just that radical, that's usually when he comes in afterwards and deals with it. I think that that's what he's going to do with the Ayatollah. But I'm in complete agreement, though. Like, the regime completely has to be changed from the inside out. And like, I was listening to Mark Levin earlier, and like he was saying Like, this is the chance. Like, this is the shot. It has to be now. If it's not going to happen now, we're never going to get an opportunity like this ever again. They're weaker than they've ever been. The inflation rate's going crazy there. The people are in unanimous agreement. Like, we have to overthrow them immediately.
Exactly. Trump says a lot that he has freed 837 people from execution. That's what he's talking about a lot. But what we are seeing is that that's just 137 people that are not executed. There are hundreds more people that are getting executed, and I'm I'm just really disappointed in Trump because the number 837 seems so big in his eyes, but in our eyes that's just a little.
Yeah, that's a very tiny number. What would you say that your estimates are of how many people have been killed?
I would say at least 100,000.
Yeah, that's what I suspected. I was thinking that it was closer to that number as well. And you would say, I'm guessing that there was no stopping, like, because they claim that those were all done in one day, and now, yeah, but no, it's every single day, right?
It's every single day. Even today there were some executions. I don't know uh, why people. Uh, I don't know why Trump is so. He's waiting. I don't really can tolerate his waiting because that's our lives on the line.
Yeah.
Even if the regime finds out that I'm talking with you right now in this program, I will be executed, and there will be no news about me. No one will find out about me being executed. They just knock your door, says, "Oh, you come here," and take you out, and you are executed. That's all. There is no documentation. There are no news. Nothing. Like killing an ant.
Yeah, there's no court. Yeah, there's no court of appeal or any evidence or any proof. They just have to. They could just say that you are doing it, and then that's enough for it.
That's right.
Okay. Is there since we're already at an hour now, I guess I'll start winding everything down. So I was gonna say but I want us to stay in contact though, because I enjoyed this conversation a lot. And I think that it was really great. And I really appreciate you coming on the show and taking the time to do all that. And I wanted to tell you that the people of America, the people, the real people of the United States and Israel and Europe and all over the world are with the people in the country. We understand and we see what's going on, and we really do understand what it is. So we are all with you, and we are all praying for you, and we're going to believe heavily that this thing is going to be overturned. So I just wanted to give you one last opportunity for anything at all that you want to say to the world or Trump or people in the world, or anything at all that you want to say.
I just want to thank everyone who is stepping for Iranians, who is being our voice, and thank you all for caring about Iran.
100%. All right. So, thank you for coming on the show. I guess that's where we're going to end it. And I'll stay in contact with you. And I'm gonna hop off here real quick and edit everything out, and I'll let you know as soon as it gets published up so that you guys can go check it out and everything.
Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I love you guys, man. I'm really with you. I'm really right there with you guys. I watch the news every day, and there's nothing, there's no words. You try to think of what to say and how to explain to people that you're with them, but there's really nothing that you could say to what's going on inside of the country. It's nothing that there's no words to describe what could be said or how much you're with the people and how much you're right there in the fight. And if you could be, you'd be right there in the fight with them. But I know it seems really dark and it seems really hopeless, but I'm telling you, I know and I believe 100% that freedom is on the horizon. Freedom is coming, and the Ayatollah is gonna fall. And I think it's going to happen a lot sooner than people realize. So I want the people there to understand, to hold on to hope and to keep fighting, because it's always darkest right before the dawn. For whatever reason that is, it always seems to be the worst right before it breaks. But I love you guys, man. So I'll keep praying for you guys, and appreciate you coming on the show.
I appreciate you as well, and thank you a lot for being our voice. I'm happy if I have taken a step, if I have done a job for my people, and there is nothing more to say. I just want to show my graduation with you people.
All right, that sounds great. I appreciate it, man.